So I want to clear something up about the ghosts that inhabit the West Windsor-Plainsboro School District, because there's a common misconception that ghosts like Hi Friend Greywall and Jenny Ling are the ghosts of former students who attended, well, Thomas R. Grover Middle School and West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South, respectively. But this is not actually true. So basically, they are manifestations of immigrant students. Like, for example, there was a huge influx of Asian and Indian immigrants to the school district back in the early 90s to the early 2000s. And the zeitgeist, the cultural zeitgeist of the times, also goes that way in the West Windsor-Plainsboro School District. So Jenny and Hi Friend are actually the ectoplasm of the area, melding in with those human emotions and creating these otherworldly monsters that look like students, act like students, but are not. So a more detailed explanation is basically, let's say, for example, Hi Friend Greywall. Grover, Thomas R. Grover Middle School, had a large influx of Sikh Americans. These are first generation immigrant students whose parents were immigrants from India who practiced the Sikh faith, but these students are now growing up in the USA. So all of them inside Grover Middle School, basically the emotions they felt, their fear, anxiety, triumphs, the cultural mixes, all of those emotions melded with the ectoplasm that exists in the ghost plants around Grover Middle School, and it gave birth to an entity known as Hi Friend Greywall. He's basically an otherworldly monster, but he acts and behaves and looks like a human student at Grover, except with a few ghostly powers. And that's essentially the concept that's going on here with all these ghosts. Then what a lot of people wonder is, so why do ghosts like Hi Friend Greywall and Jenny Ling then get prescribed these human backstories? Like, for example, in the comment above about Hi Friend Greywall, the supposed story of who he was like a student in the middle school. Well, there's a reason for that. So people over the years see ghosts like him walking around Grover, walking around the fields of Grover, and to make it less scary or to make it more digestible, they ascribe these human backstories to these ghosts, when in fact these ghosts are just otherworldly monsters from a different dimension that's melding in with ours. The conduit is Grover Middle School itself. So they just don't want to accept that, so they create these stories to make it more, appealing.